My name's Naomi.
My name is Louise.
I'm a survivor
of domestic abuse.
Today I am breaking my silence.
Do you find it easy to talk to others about what you have been through? If not, why not?
Yeah, I do now. At first, I was very embarrassed and ashamed, but now I'm open to talk with others.
Yeah, I feel the same as well, and I think the word ashamed comes up a lot when I speak to other women as well. And I didn't tell anyone anything for years, or just told them snippets because of being ashamed, and it is what other people are going to think of you as well, isn't it? So, but now, like you said, I do find it really easy to talk about it. Like, that shame's gone, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. How would you describe yourself and your journey since leaving?
Oh wow. How would I describe myself? Now, strong. And I know that I am a strong person. And my journey since leaving has been interesting. Interesting, very up and down. I found out a lot about myself. I think when you're going through a healing process as well, like you do, you have to unravel the layers, don't you? So you just find out more about yourself as you've gone along, and it's been very emotional and upsetting at times, but also it's just been very revealing as well. So it's a hard process. I'm not going to say it's easy. I think healing from anything is always hard. It's never like a simple process. But yeah, I've learned a lot about myself along the way, and I would say now that I'm stronger, happier person as well, definitely.
Yeah, I feel the same. The healing process, it's ongoing and long, but I feel much happier and proud when I look back. I think anytime I do feel like, oh my gosh, I've been through that, then I look how far I've come, and I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of it. Yeah, not proud of how far I've come.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any lifelong injuries or scars from the violence you went through?
Yeah, so I have quite a few actually. I have one on my shoulder. I remember, I think that's when he dragged me along the floor, and it's like a carpet burn kind of thing, but it's quite big. That one gets to me quite a lot because my kids, when they're growing up, they've all noticed it, and all have asked me at a very young age what's happened. I got one that I can't remember which eyebrow, but one of these eyebrows.
Yeah, I can see.
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah.
And then I've got another one. I can't remember what happened with this one, to be honest. I have another one on my foot. When I was early stage of pregnancy, he put a metal afro going through my foot. So I've got that one. I can't really see, but this one, and I forget about this only when I get my eyebrows threaded. But this one, like, I used to hide it at first because it is very noticeable, and it used to haunt me when the children asked, "Oh, mummy, why have you got this?" And then I didn't really know what to say.
I don't have. Actually, I had my jaw. My jaw was fractured, so that clicks a lot. I don't have any scars. I think for me, the injuries, I would say, are mentally scarred, quite deep. But when it comes to actual physical scars, I don't have any. It's just my jaw.
Yeah.
I say just my jaw, it's not a thing.
That's still physical though,
but my jaw, yeah.
Do you feel like culture, social, economic status plays a part in the way you or other victims are treated when receiving help?
I do. I didn't think so at the time, but then I wasn't very open with what was going on. So it's not like I tried to get help and I didn't receive it. But looking back, then I do think it makes a difference. But I think more so it's because of the stories that I've heard from other women as well, in different cultures as well. And I do think that women do get treated differently when it comes to their race and their background. But if I personally don't feel that I have an experience that I can talk about, I don't know if you do.
I do feel people do get treated differently. I have done a lot of work as well that I can see that, women from a richer background do get treated differently to how people from a more normal, I would say, background get treated a bit differently. Myself, I do think because I was young, very young, I felt I was treated differently because I was really young.
Yeah, when I look back, like if I was going through those experiences now, being the age that I am now, I think maybe I would get taken more seriously. So I was in like my mid-20s at the time. I say mid to late 20s, excuse me, like young single mum, like black woman of 5 children. So looking back, I do think that I probably didn't receive that, when any help that I probably did try and reach out for wasn't given to me, because of who I was. Do you think there is enough help and support after leaving?
No.
It's
sad. I think there's support like from other survivors and stuff like that, but I think there is support up until a certain level. So it's like if you're coming out of the relationship, I think they probably you could get supported, going to court, what ways to get orders, or sometimes you might get help going to the police. But I think after everything's been done, you're just left.
Yeah.
So I don't feel there's a lot of support once you've left. Completely. I think there's support up until you just leaving.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My experience is I had armed police to the house once with one incident, and there's a woman officer who she asked me a question about did I want to press charges, and I said no because I was scared, and she just gave me a card with a number on, and that was it. Like nothing was ever followed up after that, and and I didn't know where to turn. Like mine was like going back like 15 years, so I just at the time I didn't feel that there was that help there for me to get. And like you said, now in more recent years, especially like with the internet, you can connect with other women. So I do feel, for me personally, the help that I've had recently has come from other women survivors in the community, and the help that we give each other.
I think that's with me as well, especially even the first time round. I think it was people that have already been through domestic abuse that gave me the support, apart from like my family and my friends. Other people that I didn't know, rather than I didn't know there was help.
No, I've learned a lot as well from like the internet and following accounts, and all the terminology and things. I didn't even realise a lot of the stuff that I'd actually been through was a thing until I connected with other women that had been through it as well.
What kind of education, if any, have you had on understanding domestic abuse and perpetrator behaviour?
It's all been in the last 2 years, and it's come from the internet, and mainly following like certain people on social media, and with them raising awareness around, and coming out with all the different terminology and explaining exactly what it means. Like I said, I didn't even know that like things like gaslighting, like I didn't know that was a thing, or trauma bond. Like I've had a trauma bond for 15 years, and I didn't even realise that I was going through a trauma bond. So I think it's been so important to me, like knowing all those terms and what everything means, that I can now, it's helping me heal like in a different way. So I was already going through like a process, but I feel now that I can really dig deep and actually just even get like a deeper healing from the trauma that I went through, because I can understand now what was happening and why it was happening.
I just thought at first domestic abuse was just hidden, and I don't know, I thought it happened in older people as well, like because my nan went through domestic abuse so I just thought it was the old generation, it would never happen to me. So I think it was when I started to like reach out and just kind of started to help people, and I just started to just learn on my own, like you said, through the internet, through reading and stuff like that. So with perpetrator behaviour, I learned about the behaviour also, whilst I was learning about domestic abuse in the whole. So that was from the internet as well and everything.
Yeah, same. Like that's what I've learned as well, is from the internet, especially like Instagram, following accounts, and people just being really open about it as well and raising awareness. I just, there's so many, like I said, there's so many terms that I just didn't even realise about before. So now, and I think it's helped me spot it in other people as well. Like I've got 5 children, like 3 girls, 2 boys, and it's helped me with the awareness be able to speak to them more freely about things, and to help them spot signs in people as well.
Yeah.